What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry, and I got something on my mind that I've been wanting to talk about for about the last week or so, and I've just been trying to find the words to kind of make this message as clear as humanly possible. The gameplay in the background, obviously Escape from Tarkov. Went back and played it the other day, but it really has nothing to do with this video. But 2 weeks ago, I put out a video talking about a new tactical FPS that is coming out called 9 to 5. Obviously, it was closed alpha gameplay that the developers released, and I discussed the publicly available footage, and they were basically going into a closed alpha test that you had to sign up for. Now, just right off the bat, it's under NDA. I can't talk about it. I haven't even played it. I just got around to downloading it today. I'm going to be jumping in this week, and I'm going to give them a detailed report of everything that I find. It's being developed by Red Hill Games, and I've covered the game in the past, and I've spoke about the people that are involved with Red Hill Games. When this trailer first came out, it was showing people coming from Remedy, Bohemia, just some big names when it comes to, you know, FPS, when it comes to shooters in general. And I expressed my impressiveness to the fact that this isn't just some indie developer just sitting in their basement, obviously just trying to scam somebody, right? These are, you know, tried and true developers who have been in the industry for at least some period of time, and that's what I'm most excited about with this game. But when we spoke about it, I was pretty vocal about how much I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people, from what I was reading in the comments, y'all weren't too excited, and that's fine. I mean, you see a trailer, everyone has the right to judge it. But what I was finding over the last week or so, ever since they opened up their closed alpha test, and again, haven't played it myself, but I have a lot of people that are reaching out to me, being like, Big Fry, you have to play this. People telling me it's a piece of shit. People telling me it's boring. Telling me that it's early and that it's broken and buggy. And I'm sitting here, and I'm realizing over the last week or so, and actually I've been feeling this way for a long time, that I feel like this channel is starting to lose the message. And what that message is I always try to hold developers accountable when it comes to a whole bunch of different things. The game can be bad, but when we talk about pricing, pre-order incentives, you know, how many people are on the team, how much money they're spending on PR and marketing and buzzwords and videos, and they're not really developing the games, and they've took hundreds of dollars from it. Like, there's so many elements at work here, but I feel like now the gaming audience that I guess that is at least attracted to this channel has forgot about all of this other stuff, and it just boils down to game trash, game alpha, game trash. And it's very weird to me that I can like look at alpha gameplay from a game that I spent maybe $160 to $170 on and have an opinion based on the fact that it's been in development for this many years and this is the money that I spent on it. And I can take all of these different things into account. But when people reach out to me and it's just, this game fucking sucks, it's trash, you gotta talk about it. And again, I've heard from people who are very close to me. Obviously, there's so many people breaking NDA around me, but it's in private and they're reaching out, and people I trust and that I know have, you know, similar standards to me when it comes to games, and they have that similar mindset. They're saying the game has a lot of potential. But I find that there's just this subset of people that are reaching out and they're just, Big Fry, you gotta trash this shit. Big Fry, you have to fucking destroy. And it's just that idea of destroying. If we're talking about 9 to 5, this is turning into a rant, but if we're talking about 9 to 5, a game that was announced in December, developers have been open and honest doing roundtable discussions throughout the months leading up to this alpha. They put out gameplay for everybody to see in a raw, vulnerable alpha state, and they haven't asked you for a dime. A team that's comprised of people that are in the industry that think they understand that people want transparency and openness, but when they give it to you, they get absolutely fucking destroyed. In public and in private. And I look around and I'm thinking, like, is this what this channel is? Is this what people come to the channel for, is destruction of everything regardless of all of those other points? It seems like, and maybe it's because of the growth of the channel, it's just bringing in more people. But when I started this, It was all about holding developers responsible and accountable for their actions in terms of development and pricing and pre-order scumminess or Kickstarter scams or whatever the case is. But I always tried to cover all of the elements. And I see the negativity that is going out when you just see alpha gameplay and they haven't charged for it. They're in the industry. They're giving it to you for free for you to actually try it. And there's a group of people, a larger group than you think, just wanting me to tear it down. This situation with 9 to 5 is very different to a situation like Ready or Not, because I put I think it was $160 or $180 towards Ready or Not, and they've been developing it for 3 years. I don't know how long 9 to 5 has been developed. I'm seeing people talk about dead matter now, and the fact that there might be a delay. There's like a rumor or something that a delay is coming. People are reaching out to me, just fucking tear them apart, bro. If this was any other dev, you'd be ripping them apart. It's no. Where did this narrative come when a month ago I'm ripping into the state of Ready or Not because I feel like it should have been farther along with the money they got, with the talent that they claimed they had. But now you want Dead Matter to release a game in a genre that is plagued with games releasing too early. You want them to release it, but when they don't, you now want me to destroy them and rip them apart. And just this whole, it's honestly at this point, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's kind of overwhelming to just hear so many people reaching out and just telling me to fucking destroy people. I'm here to destroy companies like Free Reign Entertainment, who have a track record, spanning across decades of scamming people. I'm here to destroy people like Raw and Civil Contract and Police 1013, who are obviously in way over their heads. And people can debate me on whether or not those games are scams or just developers who are, just completely inundated with a workload they weren't ready for, or whatever the case is. But there's always a conversation to be had about all of those situations. But this 9 to 5 situation has just been very eye-opening for why some people have come through to my Discord or DM'd me on Twitter or fucking, just come through to live streams or wherever the case is. I'm over it. I'm over people just thinking this channel is all about destruction of indie devs, because that's not what it is, and that's never been what it is. Have I destroyed some fucking games? Absolutely. There are some videos on this channel where I absolutely dissect a game that is charging $40 and is an asset flip, and the developer's banning people or whatever the case is. There's always multiple elements to the story. But when it comes to Dead Matter, there's a delay, apparently a rumor that is happening. I don't know, but people are saying that it's going to be like a month delay. And I'm sitting here like, we've waited 2 years. 2020 is already fucked. Just wait another month. Instead of forcing the devs to put out a game that they're not happy with. And the thing is, guys, is with that situation, I have been on that train since day one in terms of I'm okay with the delays. Yes, they're frustrating. Yes, I want to fucking play Dead Matter. Yes, it's pissing me off. But at the end of the day, I would much rather that dev team put out a game that is good, or a closed alpha that is at least polished enough to keep people engaged in testing. You know what I mean? It's not always about just as soon as something goes wrong, you just burn bridges. I find a lot of people reaching out, coming into my Discord, first time ever interacting with me. I don't even know who these people are. And they're just like, bro, if you weren't like a Dead Matter partner, or if you weren't sucking these devs' dicks, you'd be fucking destroying them. And you know what, guys? I'm sick of the black and white. There's always more to the story than completely negative or completely shilling. And I understand I'm fucking talking to a crowd of people who are kind of faceless. Like there's so many of you guys now, which is a great thing, but to be able to separate and talk to the people with logical thought versus trolls in the comments versus it's impossible. But this is just what I've been feeling for the last little while, for the last couple of months, really. The fact that I've made, 20, 30 videos on Dead Matter, and I made one video criticizing them about the map changes, and even in that video, I still say I'm on board, I'm excited, I want to play it, but this is kind of making me feel a little weird. And even in that video, that's the only one that gets referenced when people mention me in their public Discord. Oh, isn't that guy that was talking shit a couple of months ago? When in actual fact, in that instance, I've been nothing but supportive for like almost, 3 years now? I'm one of the first people to ever cover Dead Matter. 9 to 5, I'm excited about it. And the reception in the likes and stuff is great, but when people come into my Discord and at me or message me, DM me, it's overwhelming, man. And to be quite honest, I'm really getting sick of the notion that this is just a negative channel. There's a lot of games over the past 365 days that I've talked about that I've been excited about. But I think it gets bogged down when you bring in shit like the War Z coming back for the 5th time ever, and then Ready or Not taking, millions of dollars from people in pre-orders and having me frustrated with that. I think moving forward, I want to kind of just pick my battles a little bit. Do I make a video talking shit about Dead Matter? No. Because I don't truly feel that way. Yeah, it's frustrating, but is it a video worthy? Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is I would make that video just lambasting Dead Matter because of a fucking month delay. They're going to be pissed at me. I'm not really pissed at them at all. That bridge is burned. And then when the game launches or people get access to it, you, as a viewer, are just going to go watch somebody else. And kudos to Fry for being real, right? Oh man, yeah, you stuck it to them. But look at all of these other people that are prospering, that are able to cover it, that are able to play the game publicly for their viewers. But Fry gets fucked. Look at the EFT situation. I was honest as fuck about that shit. Spoke about it. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't fucking matter. People move on. This overwhelming negativity to just slam down anything that's early or closed alpha or whatever, and then wanting me to be like the one holding the flag, dying on the hill, it just isn't worth it to me anymore. I've spent the last couple of weeks outside just having drinks, spending time with family and friends, just kind of taking a breather while there's really not a lot going on in the gaming space right now. We have the PlayStation event happening on Thursday, and I'm excited for it. Because finally there might be something that I can talk about and give you guys videos of shit that I really fucking care about. I want to talk about games like Ashes of Creation, which is an MMO that is in development, that is early, but I know when I talk about it, there's going to be people that are all over it just saying it's shit, even though it's an alpha. And they haven't taken anything from anybody yet. Yes, you can pre-order it or whatever, and that would be something I would discuss, but it just feels like the message is getting lost from what this channel is. And over the next year or so, I'm going to be counteracting that and trying to correct the course and bring this channel back to a discussion about games, holding developers responsible, but balancing that with shit that is actually good and showcasing things that, in my opinion, are actually good, and trying to push the narrative that not every single game out here is a fucking disaster. And I know we're gonna have trolls, we're gonna have people that are just always talking shit, and there's nothing I can do about it. But for me personally, mentally, I need to bring this back, because this just straight up attacking people who have done nothing but give you the graces to play and test their game for free. That's exactly what we want out of game devs now, right? You guys should be fucking lucky that 9 to 5 was willing to just give out their game to people who signed up for it. You know what I mean? Like, we're forgetting all that shit. It's just game bad, game good. That's it. But there's so much gray area when it comes to indie development, when it comes to AAA development. There's so much. And I want to start showcasing and making sure that that message is clear every time I make videos. And I really I had to fucking record that. I've been clearing my mind a little bit, being outside, being camping, you know? And, yeah. That actually felt really good to fucking record. Moving forward, just a little note here. Podcast is not going to be happening. Moving forward, Kill Feed, we're putting a pause on that because there's a lot of shifting changes that are going to be happening to the channel. And I realized that the idea of creating a podcast that is wanting, and the goal of that podcast was to welcome developers into the fray and into the chat and talk about indie development, is pretty fucking tough when the public reception of your channel is that all you do is shit on every developer. That's a shitty situation. My name is BigFry. Thank you guys for watching, man. Thank you for everyone who is stuck with the channel. For the ones who understand what it is that myself and guys like Sid Alpha are doing, and not just looking at it as negative or positive, shill or troll or whatever the case is. For the ones who are with me in that gray area, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.